and then it gets all blinky. It also, I don't know if that will come out, but probably it will. In here you can adjust the tempo, then you can adjust the time signature. You can see the blocks moving here, the subdivisions as well. Olá pessoal, meu nome é Bernardo. First of all, I would like to wish you all a happy new year. This is the first speaking video of the year anyway. You saw my new intro type of thing. If you have been watching this channel for more than a year, you know that when I started making videos seriously, I had long hair, so that's why I had that graphic thingy a friend of mine made for me, and then I put the cross because, well, I never had time to do a new intro to the channel, but I did this week and it's still a work in progress. So anyway, new year, same challenges, same objective, which is to grow on YouTube and maybe create a community with you guys. I've had the luck to gain a bit of subscribers in the past few months, so I'm very grateful for that. I only hope it grows from now on. This week's subject is the watch, the Soundbrenner. I made an unboxing a few weeks ago. Yeah, I didn't really figure it out straight away after unboxing. I had to spend, maybe half an hour just fiddling with it and trying to explore everything more or less the best that I could, so that I know what to do when I want to access any feature of it. So now I think I'm ready to show you guys a bit of the stuff that you can do with this watch, and I'll give my opinion at the end of the video, whether you should buy it or not. It depends on your circumstances, spoiler alert. So, you know the watch, if you've seen the video, I'll link it here if you haven't seen it in the corner. So yeah, this is like a smartwatch type of thing for musicians, so it doesn't have a full color screen, you can't watch videos. There's a lot of things that an Apple Watch or a Samsung smartwatch, Galaxy Gear, whatever, I don't even know the name of it. There's a lot of things that those devices can do that this can't do, and I just think you should be aware of that from the get-go. When I pre-ordered this, they announced that it would have functionalities akin to a smartwatch, like receiving notifications, and I'm not sure, receiving notifications I'm sure, but I think you could accept and reject calls if someone called to your phone through your watch. At this point, it's 7th of January 2020, you can't do it yet. They said in the updates that we would have an update to the firmware. It was supposed to come out in December or maybe January, don't quote me on that. And upon that update, we would be able to access these new functionalities. I'm going to tell you how the watch is as it is today, 7th of January 2020. It's kind of a smartwatch. You can do stuff like this where the time appears. This has metronome, tuner, decibel meter, timer, stopwatch, and it's also a watch, a regular watch. It gives you the time and the date. So this is the watch. You see, I got the polycarbonate. It's not the steel one. It was more expensive, and for what it is, for a company that I didn't trust, I thought it was best to not risk it a lot, just in case, because it was the second time that I crowdfunded something, just in case that the company didn't manage to deliver, to be a bit on the safe side. This, if you flicker your wrist like this, imagine you have your hand in your pocket, you're doing your own business, and you want to see the time. There you go, 6:45. So you can also do this. If you tap your finger on the watch, it will give you the time. You see, if you do this, then to access the features, you get the metronome. To activate it, you just have to tap it twice. They say you should do it with 2 fingers, but it's honestly with 1 it works, as you can see. And then it gets all blinky. It also, I don't know if that will come out, but probably it will. The vibrations are strong, you know. So, and this is not even the maximum. In here, you can adjust the tempo, then you can adjust the time signature. You can see the blocks moving here, the subdivisions as well. It's a very complete metronome, to be honest. And here you can put the vibration stronger or smaller. If, for example, this is a 5/4 time signature and you can put the first one stronger, then weak, then a bit in medium, then nothing at all. And let's see, the red one is the strongest one. Then here it skips one, and that's basically it. Let me put, if you can maybe hear the vibrations. It is very strong. So, and it also has a tap tempo function. Let me just put this not as strong, and with the last thingy, so I'll activate it. So you see 85 BPMs, but if I do like taps with the fingers, from the third tap onwards, it will have the tempo that you are putting yourself in the watch. They say it will have customizable colors in the future. It was supposed to have been out already. I think it would come in conjunction with the notification for your phone kind of thing update. You can't customize the colors of the watch as it is today. That's pretty much the metronome sorted. Then the tuner, you can detach this, and a pen. Does a pen work? Yeah, it works. It's metal. It works. So you see, here's the tuner. This attaches to either the magnet thingy that they give to you on the box. You can attach that to your main guitar, and it's a strong one, so you know that the watch will not fall down. It also works with the regular metal tuner. This part of this pen is metal. You see, it also changes its orientation automatically, depending on whether you are a lefty or a righty. As you can see, sometimes you have to give it a little bit of a nudge, but it will change. This is how the watch cradle thingy looks without the watch, and to put it back there, you just have to carefully, or not, put it back in the cradle, and it twists automatically into place. So that's the tuner. I would show it to you, but it's not really practical. You know how a tuner works, so yeah. So then here, there's the active decibel meter. The decibel meter is interesting because there is an active portion of it, which is this. And if I, for example, snap my fingers, you can see that the meter automatically goes up. Now the maximum is at 93, 105. This is the active decibel meter, so if you want to always be measuring the decibels around you, this will be the function that you will want. But there is actually a passive decibel meter as well, which measures the, like, you are doing your own business, you are going out to watch a concert or to a club, and the sound is too loud, there's lots of people talking, loud music or whatever, and then it starts flickering in a purple color, and it lets you know that if you are staying in there for too long, that you should try to protect your hearing however you could. So this is very useful, because that's the main reason that I got this watch, was to protect my hearing. Nowadays it's more mainstream, the notion that you have to protect your hearing, but it's something that I'm really careful about, because I don't want to reach 60, 70 years old, if I do get there, and not be able to listen to a regular conversation. This is real, people. This happens. I don't know the interval at which it measures, if it's each 10 seconds, 15, 20 or whatever, but I know that for 2 occasions I went to the same club which has had a new PA installed. That thing is pretty loud, and yeah, the watch warned me. So when I got in, I knew that that was going to be a problem, and the watch warned me. So kudos Soundbrenner, it appears that it is functioning correctly. So yeah, that's the 3 main things about this watch that make it unique. Then you have a timer. You tap it twice and it starts running, so you can use it as, let's say, my kitchen timer is broken, so if I want to use this as a timer for when something's in the oven, I can use it. Pretty cool. And then I don't have any noise bugging me. I'll just have this vibrating in my arm. Let me show you what happens. when it ends, just 1 second for you guys to see. Timer done. It vibrates. And then to stop it, you click on any of the buttons. Other than the timer, you have a stopwatch as well. To use the stopwatch, you do a double tap. To stop it, you double tap. To resume, double tap. And to reset, you click the button and you turn it around and it goes back to 0. So then there's also the settings functionality, which has an airplane mode, Bluetooth to connect to your phone, wipe device, something ID, serial number, and the firmware. This firmware is version 128. And it's the firmware that came with it because I don't know how to update it. Now I would like to also briefly show you the companion app that you should use your Soundbrenner with to connect your Soundbrenner Core or Soundbrenner Pulse. It works with the Pulse as well. You just have to go to settings in the app. For the first time that you open the app, it will ask you if you want to connect to any wearable, any devices, and you can go here where it says add a Soundbrenner wearable, but mine is already in the list, so then I just have to click this button and Bluetooth is on and it's connected with the Soundbrenner now. For example, if I go to the metronome tab and I tap it on, it's synchronized with my phone, as you can see, which is pretty cool. And then I can stop from the phone, I can start on the watch, which is pretty cool. The app also allows you to have like songs as a set list for if everyone in your band has a Soundbrenner Pulse or Core, you can synchronize the BPMs between every one of them. You will have like a library with songs, 4 or 5 songs, each one has a different BPM, and all of that in the app. You can also change the time signatures, like I showed you on the watch. You can change the subdivisions. This is for play, of course, and the tap tempo, but you can also do a tap tempo and it starts automatically, like in the watch. For the app, I would say it's better to do in the tab. This is where your library would be for songs. You can add your own. Nothing too fancy. Set lists, you can have multiple set lists. This is pretty useful if everyone in your band or project has a Soundbrenner. If you have a mastermind that controls everything in the band, like the BPMs and the song structures, or whatever, subdivisions, time signatures, it's pretty cool. And then if everyone in the band has a Soundbrenner, then you can get them all connected and everyone will be playing exactly at the same BPM. There's no more excuses. Then there's the settings tab. You have all kinds of settings. You can connect this with Ableton and via MIDI. I haven't tried that. You can change the sound of the metronome, count me in, light theme, I have dark, I don't know which one comes by default. You can add another Soundbrenner and then you can go to the settings of your Soundbrenner Core. For some reason, the volume alarm thingy always appears that it is disconnected on the app and I always have to return to it being on. And this is where I believe that in the future we will be able to update the watch. Because for now you can only change the wrist placement. This can change the direction depending on the wrist that you are wearing your watch. You can change the raise to wake function and that's pretty much it for now. I haven't tried to contact Soundbrenner because I believe that this is something that they will address in the future. But just for you guys to be aware that I don't know how to update the watch yet. I know it will be possible, I just don't know how. You also have a Discover tab, which for the past instances that I tried to use it didn't work, but I think it's because I'm on airplane mode now so that I wouldn't be bothered during this demonstration. So yeah, final thoughts. As a smartwatch, fully in the smartwatch realm kind of thing, like an Apple Watch, a Samsung Galaxy watch. If you are looking for that with the added advantages of the metronome, the tuner and the decibels, for me the most important things are the decibel meter, because I want to preserve these. The tuner is also handy because you never know when you need one, and then there's not the risk anymore of going to a rehearsal and forgetting the tuner. It's always here in my wrist. I just have to detach it, put it in the tuning peg, and that's it. So if you want to have like a smartwatch pure kind of thing, this is not the watch for you right now. I don't know what will happen in the future, in the coming updates. I'm pretty excited about it because personally, there's no reason for me to have this connected to the phone at all times, at least for now, because it spends more battery on the phone, it spends more battery here because they are connected via Bluetooth. I always have Bluetooth on my phone turned off. When the updates of the notifications come, if it works with WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, that will make it even a more worth it purchase. So in terms of it being worth it or not, for me it's been worth it, honestly, because, well, I never had any interest for having a watch, like I told you in the previous video about this, and the added features of this, well, they are useful to me, but I don't think that if you are willing to spend $300 or $400, euros, pounds, whatever is your currency and how much it costs, if you are willing to spend that kind of money for an Apple Watch, any other type of smartwatch, I think you're probably better off with one of those if you are not looking for the specific advantages that this device can bring you. I think this is around 200 and something euros on Thomann now, for example. I got it for cheaper. So for me, it was really, really worth it. It's not heavy at all. It's very usable. So I would say that if you are in the same situation as me, if you never had any interest for a watch, I've only used the watch for like a period of 1 year or something like that when I was 14, when I cared about having this and that and showing it to other people. I don't care about that anymore. So, you know, I just want to be me, and this is useful to me as it is. So if this is for you or not, I don't know. For me, I like it, and I hope it only gets better with the updates. I knew beforehand that this wouldn't have that functionality, so for me it's fine as it is. When it does come, if it comes, which I believe it will, yeah, it's welcome. Let me know if you have a Soundbrenner. Let me know how you are holding up with yours, if it matches your expectations, if it's something above your expectations. For me, it's just right on it, and the money that I spent, I think it was well spent. If you have any questions, if there is something that I didn't cover, which I find impossible because this video is already long enough, just drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts. If you want to have one, write everything that comes to mind and let me know. I'll be sure to answer to each and every one of your comments. And while we're at it, please subscribe to the channel. There will be much more content coming to you this year. Follow me on Instagram to be updated with all the stuff that I share on there. Hope you have a fantastic one. Take care and see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.